JAMB is around the corner, and if you are seeing this video, it's obvious you want to prepare and pass. So in this video, I'll be sharing tips and tricks that will help you pass JAMB with ease. I'm currently a student of the University of Ibadan, studying automotive engineering, and I have about 3 years of experience in writing and studying other people in JAMB. So I believe I am an expert in this field, and I think I can share my experience because I have scored above 250 in JAMB. The first tip is to focus on your exam. The exam is an exam that is written once in a year. So I would advise you to put maximum focus into the exam, and you should start reading now because every day we count. If you are waiting for 1 month or 2 months to the time of the exam, you are compounding everything you can read in a stretch into a very, very short period of time. The anime you are watching can wait, but your exam will not wait for you. And you're only allowed to write it once in a year. It's not like the O levels where you can write NECO, you can write various alternatives, but JAMB you can only write it once. So I would advise you to focus on your exam. The next most important tip is using the right study materials. For example, if you're in science class, I would advise you to get a remix past question. Remix, I don't know what the right pronunciation, but it's a past question where instead of the question to be written year by year, it is written topic by topic. So this helped me a lot because of when I solve past question, I only solved the topic I have just read. So it is like a continuous feedback loop. So I will read it, then go back to past question to solve it. So if I have problem, everything is centralized. I don't have to spend my time looking for different questions in different places. In addition to this, you also have to understand the syllabus. So if you go to JAMB website, you are going to find their syllabus. So I would advise you to read the syllabus, digest it, and ask people that have done before the topics that usually come out. I'm going to make a video on that, so the link will be in the description, so you can come back and check it. I'll make for math, or physics and chemistry, the topics that I wrote, and I can also make for English. The next tip is that you have to be consistent. Consistency, like just keep doing it, keep showing up, keep reading every day. Come back to your table, read, and make it an habit of reading. And not just reading what matters, reading the important things, reading your weak spot, reading what you don't know. Just concentrate, read. If it is 5 minutes, you can read every day. 5 minutes, if you start from now, you still have about 8 weeks to your exam. So if you read 5 minutes every day, 5 minutes is not a good time to read, but it's going to compound. If you read 5 minutes every day, it's better than not reading at all. It's better than reading 30 minutes and not read again. So if it's 5 minutes, just keep progressing. But I will advise to read at least an hour every day. So for example, the best way to do this is to have a particular time to read every day. Maybe 5 o'clock in the morning, or let's say in the evening, 8 o'clock. So you have to be consistent with it. When you're consistent with it, to become an habit. And for example, you will go from reading 15 minutes, which is synonymous carrying one of this weight, to going to reading about 30 minutes, which is like carrying 2 of this weight. So what consistency will do is to help you improve. And when you continue with it, it will become an habit. So when it becomes an habit, you do it with ease. Read for longer period without getting tired. If you have gained value from this video, I would like you to like and subscribe to my channel because it's not easy to make these videos and to make the algorithm recommend the videos to you in the future, so that my videos to you in the future, so that you can watch it and continue to gain from it. I advise that you should also pray to God for divine help. There's something I do before I read, that I pray that God will give me wisdom, knowledge and understanding so I can understand whatever I'm reading. And after I read again, I also pray that everything I've read should stick to my head. And as a Christian, I believe that God is going to order our steps and make our ways right, as He has said in His word. So I would advise you to commit your ways to God. Commit it to God before you read. Pray. After you read, pray. As you read, pray in your mind. You don't have to spend all the hours praying. You don't have to spend 1 hour praying. Just pray. Close your eyes, 30 seconds, 10 seconds. Pray. So it's good to commit your ways to the Lord. The next important tip is focusing on your weak subject. A lot of time we focus on our strong subject because we think we are good in it. So if you put more work, we are going to get better results. I agree with that. But you can get extra mark. You can get bonus mark by focusing on your weak subject. This is a very personal experience of mine. I did it and it worked for me. So I believe can also work for you. And also, the next tip is focusing on English. People believe English is very, very simple. But the actuality is that most people, the most failed subject in JAMB is English. People think English is very, very simple because we speak it every day, but it is rather complicated. And a lot of times we speak bad English thinking it's correct because that's what everybody say. So I would advise everyone or whoever is writing JAMB to focus on English. So another important tip is attending a tutorial. A lot of people think tutorial lessons are for people that are old or people that don't know what they are doing, but that is a lie. Tutorials would help you to have a strong community where you can discuss with people with questions you don't understand, and you have a teacher who can explain to you. But the problem is that not all tutorials are good or perfect for you. So a very important one is that you should let everybody know you have an exam and you are writing the exam once. So discuss with them how they can prepare the exam once. So if your mommy give you chores, a lot of chores, like different time of the day, and it's also conflicting with time you want to read. So just tell her that mommy, at this certain time I'm going to be reading, so don't send me chores. I'm going to do all my chores before then. And this does not mean that you will now use all the time, all those extra time that I've given you to play games or do different things. So if they say that you are reading, nobody will disturb you. They want your family members, people around you, most likely want you to pass. So they will most likely not disturb you. So if they keep disturbing you, just keep telling them. Just keep telling them. If you have a lock to your room, I know your brother will disturb you. You can lock the room. You can distract him with your phone, give him your phone, he will most likely leave and not disturb you. So those are ways that can help you read. So if you know that people are going to disturb you, tell them up front if they're elderly. And if you know that they are younger than you, just give them what they want. They will most likely leave you alone. Another important tip is having a good company of people around you, people that can motivate you to read. I used to find people that I know that know more than me. So I will give them value up front. The way I do it, that for example, when I will not just come with my domain and come and tell that explain this to me. I'll have studied on it up front. So even if when they are teaching me or they are explaining to me, they know that this person knows what he's doing. But if they are trying to explain something to you and say that you don't have any idea, number one, as a person that teach people or as a tutor, I used to find this frustrating. You're trying to explain something to somebody, you have explained in different ways you know, and the person is not still getting it. It can be frustrating sometimes. But as teachers, we're not supposed to show that to the student. We'll keep trying to explain. But most of the time, I always like to read it up front or like try to have a level of knowledge before I go and meet the person. So the person can know that, you know what you are doing, you know what you are doing. So that's another advice. Oh, you should find a good company of people. You can find this online or maybe on tutorials on tutorials online, in physical tutorials. I've said tutorial is also very, very important. So find a company of people. And another way to do is that you can create a group. So when you create a group, you can just send questions and make it strictly only questions. Only set questions you have. You can also do time for study. Let's say like 10 to 11 o'clock is for study. So in that time, everybody will come to the group chat and discuss whatever problems they have, whatever they are facing, and whatever questions they have, and all of you solve it together. So this is a way you can also learn. When you solve questions together, you open yourself to different perspectives. You open yourself to different ways, different method of solving the questions. So I will also advise you to have a strong company of people that are better than you, people that are not as good as, people that are on the same level. But I would advise make sure most of them know more than you, so that you can gain from them. No more than you in the sense that they don't have to know all subjects. Maybe this person is good in math, add him. This person is good in chemistry, add him. This person is good in English, add him. All of you come together and create a group. And by that, you give all of you must be able to gain from each other. Because if all of you are gaining from each other, the group will be a very, very important group to all of you, and everybody participates in it. With all these tips, the most important thing is that you put in the work. The most important tip is to really just keep reading and pray to God that you pass. If even if you did not follow any of the tips I've given, but just keep reading, just keep reading, just keep reading, you most likely pass. But all these tips I'm giving is just to make you read easier and understand better. So I'm going to make a video talking about how I read for 1 week and I scored 231 in JAM. I'll most likely I'll put the video as the end screen to this video, or go to the description and click the video. And also, I would like to like and subscribe to my channel because it's not so easy to make these videos.